Back on the Morning Mix, and today we're talking about something that blends performance, style, and a whole lot of heritage. Italian luxury vehicles.
But we're also talking about another mode of transportation that brings beauty, color, and a sense of wonder to the sky. Hot air balloons. How do these things go together? Well, Derek Jones, he's a general manager of Zeigler Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat in Grandville. He knows because he's also head of the National Balloon Festival in Kalamazoo. So we're bringing you here to talk about both things. Derek, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it is kind of nice how they blend together.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you put that in perspective, it's like, oh, it is pretty nice. Both unique.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's start with the cars. Let's start with the fast.
Yeah.
The go fast places and talk about the beautiful cars that you guys have right here in West Michigan.
Yeah, you know, we talk about it all the time with Maserati being just an Italian luxury sports vehicle as well as Alfa Romeo. And then we get also the other side where people are like, in Grand Rapids or in Grandville? No kidding. And we do have a beautiful dealership right in Grandville that we've got Maserati and Alfa Romeo.
And people are loving these cars for numerous reasons, but I gotta believe that it's for the person who doesn't just want to get from point A to point B. They want something a little bit more than just that.
You know, it's a lifestyle. So you're buying the comfort, the convenience, the agility of the sports Italian luxury. But you're also buying relationship, right, on who we are and what we do. I mean, we treat everybody like family, and people know that. So when you walk into the dealership, if you have that opportunity to do so, it's just a completely different feel. It's a very warm, inviting feel. So once that, you know, impression kind of hits, it's like, okay, what do we have? You know, what are we looking for? What do we have to offer here? So people are really surprised. Even, I mean, we've been there for years, and people are still like, wow, we've never been here before. And I'm like, well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, right. We're here now, you know, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, and then talk too, because you talk about, you know, you're like family. You are really the only one. If you want these kind of cars, you're where you have to go.
Yeah.
The relationships that you build, because when someone drives away, they're coming back to you.
Yeah, absolutely, huge. And that's why we, you know, it's always prior to the sale, we're always, you know, working on just sharing the knowledge, the expertise, answering a lot of questions where a lot of people, they know more about the car than we do, right? So, and that's fantastic. We love that. And then there's others that don't know anything about a Maserati or Alfa Romeo, and we love to educate them. So once we start that relationship and they realize, hey, we're fun, we've got a little champagne, we got a little bit of wine, it's an Italian flair, we're gonna have a good time. And then you build that relationship from there, because it does start there and it's never ending. And some people have been with us for 8, 10, 12 years, and they're still buying, you know, cars for their family and their friends, and then we get their coworkers, and you know, it just is a continuing growth. It really is.
Beyond the name brand that people recognize in Alfa Romeo, Maserati, they've seen that they know the logo, they know the look of the car, but what is it about that Italian, is it the hand stitching? Is it, what is it about that Italian, is it the style that really draws people in?
It is the style, it's the look. Right, but it is also a heritage for both Maserati and Alfa Romeo. What a lot of people may not know is that Alfa Romeo kicked off in 1910. Think about that, 1910. And Maserati was just after in 1914. So they're two of the oldest manufacturers, car manufacturers in the world. So everybody else came in the 1920s and 30s. So if you really think about that, the heritage and just the knowledge and history behind that Maserati Trident logo and the Alfa Romeo logo, people know, and then they also know that it's true Italian. And that's where you get that comment where nobody does it better than the Italians.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
The style, the stitching, the smell of the Italian Milano leather. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah. It holds true for pasta, it holds true for
I was like the food too, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Transitioning.
Yeah.
Let's talk about hot air balloons and the tie you have there.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
I love it. It's so fun.
Much like automobiles, when I was a kid, I dreamed about luxury sports cars, and it was just, you know, how can we be a part of that? And that was like 8 or 9 years old. Well, I also liked hot air balloons. And so in Battle Creek, where I grew up and where I'm from, we had a balloon event there, and they still hold it, Battle Creek Field of Flight. And there was many local pilots, balloon pilots, and I was fascinated to see these huge colorful balloons, and I'm like, how do they work? I want to fly one. I want one. I want, you know? And my parents are like, okay, you better be working hard to afford something like that. But we went out, we chased these balloons down, we helped out, we met the pilots, and at 8 years old, I started crewing on hot air balloons.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
And then when I was 12 years old, I took my first flight. When I was 14, I got my student license. And I was worried at that time to get my pilot license before my driver's license. I really didn't care about the car. I wanted a hot air balloon. So when I was 16, a little bit different than most, I was buying a hot air balloon and everybody else was getting cars. But then I was like, well, I need a car, so I used my dad's company truck
to get the hot air balloon.
So my priorities were a little bit different, but to this day I look back and it's been 30 years, so you can do the math. But we've been flying, we've got several balloons, we've got several balloon events, we've done some great things not only in Michigan, but throughout the country and the world. And now we've got some great things coming not only this year and next year.
Oh, that's right.
National festival.
Yeah, the championship is next year, isn't it?
So this June coming up, we've got the Hudsonville Balloon Days, which is right at Hudsonville Fairgrounds, Kalamazoo Balloon Fest down at Gull Meadow Farms, Balloons Over Bay Harbor up in Bay Harbor. And then next year for 2027, we have the 8th FAI North American Hot Air Balloon Championship. And everybody's just like, what's that? Much like football and NASCAR and all these other sporting events, this is a global event and it has not been held in the United States since 1993.
Wow.
So we're very excited. We aggressively went after that. I always love a challenge where people say, you're not going to be able to do that, or Derek, you can't do that, or don't bother. And I'm like,
watch me.
Here we go. You got it. So we did. And that meeting was over in Saudi Arabia just in February, where we actually presented a bid for this championship to be held in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we got it. So now the work begins, and here we go. Yeah. So
from the thrill of behind the wheel to the thrill of the hot air balloon,
yes.
you're just a thrill seeker.
That's
what you are.
It's never a dull moment.
There you go. Right.
Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Zeigler
No, thank
Maserati
you.
right there of Grandville. You can find them on Parkway Place Drive right there in Grandville. It's just at Zeigler Maserati of Grandville.com. It's a long web address, but worth the time if you want to check out the sweet rides. And don't forget, we'll be keeping you abreast of all the hot air balloon activity that will be happening later on this year and into next. We'll be right back.